since 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Fenix.
Guys, happy Tuesday everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. We had 2 legs yesterday and we're doing another leg today in Mexico with the beautiful Viva Aerobus. We're back in the Fenix A320 in the IAE Block 2 with the IAE engines, and should be a pretty fun flight down to Mexico City. We got some terrain and I'm looking forward to all the beautiful scenery on our way there during cruise. Yeah, I did, Emil. I got a really short haircut. My haircut was actually shorter than I expected. The guy kind of messed it up. But welcome, Emil, and welcome everyone who'll tune in. We are, like I said, back in the Fenix, and I'm gonna start things off with a little screenshot, as I always do, for the Discord server after. So today we're Viva Aerobus 9497, that's going to be our call sign. Viva 9497, MMSD departure from beautiful sunny Cabo. We're in live weather and live time, and should be a fun one, guys. curious to see how this, well, we already know how it compares to the ini builds and the fly-by-wire. It's better because it's the beautiful Fenix and it's pay-wear, but haven't been in this aircraft in a week or so, or a couple weeks, because we were in the 737 before this, so should be fun. Let's hop in the cockpit and get it started. And I missed the EFP on this aircraft, so we're gonna go here, and we are Viva 9497 from Cabo to Mexico City this evening. We have ground services, GPU, and chocks and cones already connected. So let's come up here and turn on battery 1. We're looking for 24 volts, which we have 27, and holding steady at 27. Beautiful. External power to get some electrical current, AC current to the aircraft, and emergency exit lights can go armed. No smoking signs to auto. Nav lights can go on. Crew supply oxygen can go on, and we'll put the cockpit voice recorder to ground control for now and test it out. That checks. Evacuation on captain only. And aiders go to align. Looks good up there. And I'm gonna go ahead and load my OFP here just so I can review my data as I'm putting information into the McDo. Okay, let's go up here and do a quick APU fire test. That passes. Engine number 1 and engine number 2. Our fire systems are all working just good. Come down here to the McDo, check our nav database, which is good till 12th of June. And we're gonna come here, air traffic service unit, airline operational control menu, flight initialization, and we're gonna initialize that. Now I am on 122.8, and there is no CTAF procedures on VATSIM for Mexico. It's only US, so we'll stay on 122.8 unless ATC comes online. Our alternate today is going to be Guadalajara. I don't know how to say that, but hour and 39 minutes estimated en route, so that's good to go. Good. Looks good to moi. So that's all initialized. We're going to go to init A and request that. Let it all fill in, and it'll bring in our flight plan from SimBrief. We are VIV9497. Eat chicken tonight back in 15 minutes. Yummy. Enjoy your dinner, buddy. Viva 9497. All right. What is my cost index? It's going to be 13, cruising at 370 with a nice deviation of +10. It's getting nice and warm now, so that's going to be -38 degrees on our cruise. And this was the button that wasn't working on the ini builds yesterday. We're going to align IRS. It's on reference. Good. And we're going to request our wind information here. There we go. Nothing too crazy for the winds on climb and on descent. Pretty interesting how in the fly-by-wire you get cruise winds as well, but this only has climb and descent. Just a observation. Cool. For our flight plan, we're expecting which runway today? Actually, let's look at the weather. What's going on down in Cabo? So as of 1741, so half an hour ago, 140, so winds are out of the southeast at 14 knots. We're probably doing 16. Good visibility, sky clear. Temperature 35 degrees, holy moly, it's hot. Altimeter 29902, so that's 29902 set once, set twice, and 3 times. Good. Now let's get our flight plan again. Expected to depart, yeah, 16, that makes sense with 14 knots out of 140. So it's going to be via the Iliga 1 Alpha to Iliga, and then Darren 2 Alpha to 5 right. Let's get our charts out first. So I'll get my Departure Iliga 1 Alpha is going to be on this one. Our ground chart 10-9 chart, we'll get that as well. So for pushback, we already know we're at Terminal 2 here, and we're going to do nose left for 16. Good. For our arrival, we're expecting Darren 2 Alpha. Just double checking here on the side. Yep, Darren 2 Alpha from Darren. So Darren 2 Alpha is going to be this one. We're going to star that as our favorite. We're going to be arriving from the north here. Darren 2 Alpha doing a little DME arc here. And it's going to bring us to the IAF of Sutas. So for our... Let's get our ground chart as well. We're expecting 5 right, and for the approach, ILS Zulu will probably be from the IAF of Sutas. So Sutas, we're gonna join Sutas from the star and intercept the final approach course from runway 05 right into Mexico. So we're doing the ILS Zulu. That's what we'll expect. So we'll chart that as well. We'll star that, and let's go back to our departure here. So for my SID, off runway 16, Iliga 1 Alpha is going to be straight out, and then to Iliga, basically a left turn at SD500, SD505 at 7,000 or lower, and then letter in 12 miles, 14,000 or lower, and then SD506, 20, flight level 200 or higher with a transition altitude of 18,500 feet. So let's get that all in the box here. Departure off runway 16 via the Iliga 1 Alpha. Good. Insert that. For arrival, we're expecting the ILS 5 right. Let's get the star. Darren 2 Alpha. That's the one. And our ILS approach 05 right. ILS Zulu 05 right. Via Sutas. That should work just fine. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get the passengers boarded.
Boarding requested.
We'll request boarding from GSX. There's a jetway in the middle of nowhere. I apologize for that. This is just the default scenery here, so whatever. Alright. Let's check our constraints on and go through our flight plan. So it's going to be a left turn out. Doors will automatically open by themselves, I believe, but we can, just so GSX stuff's bugging us, let's open the doors. Aft cargo, forward cargo, we'll open that. Good.
Do you want a board crew?
Yes, we do. Alright, so Iliga 1 Alpha, max 230 knots, 1500 feet or above, and then left turn to SD505, 1500 to 30, left turn to 505, SD505. Good. And the constraints are there in magenta. And we'll go ahead and join the arrival. There is a discount from Darren.
Boarding starting.
Okay, so from Darren, I think we're just gonna go straight to Sutas. Interesting. Why did it not load the rest of the approach here? Darren, all these waypoints are missing. Huh. Let's try loading it again. Let's go flight plan, arrival. So Darren 2 Alpha.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
We'll delete the arrival. Let's try it again. So ILS. Just gonna do a different approach and then reset everything. So ILS Zulu to 5 right via the Darren 2 Alpha. No transition via Sutas. Insert. Does that work? There we go. So I think it was just the order that I had to select stuff in. So now it looks better from Darren. We're gonna go down to MX750 and then MX752, MX754, 756, 52, 754, beautiful. Do that little DME arc and then to Almis, MX717 to Sutas. And all the constraints seems to be there as well. MX717 to 12,500 above. Okay, good. Happy with that. So our route is in for a basically left base to 5 right. All right, cool. Let's turn on our VORs. Good. All right. So the baggage is going in. Meantime, I can set the payload independently of all that. So I can come here, go to ground services, mass and balance. I'm expecting a zero fuel weight of 124.3 today. How many passengers we have? Expecting 130 passengers on board. Block fuel 19,148, that's correct. And cargo 4.3, good. 4,300 pounds of cargo, that's in there. Block fuel 19,148 and landing weight estimated at 133,000 pounds. Maximum landing weight 142,198. So we're about 9,000 less than our max landing weight. So I can afford to take more fuel in case I need it. Fuel's free in the sim. Why not take advantage of it? Let's take 20,800. Actually, you know what? Let's take 21,000. We'll apply and load aircraft. We'll do it instantly. I'd like to do it independent of GSX. I just kind of use GSX for just like a graphical thing. All right, beautiful. We can send that to the McDo. It's 0 fuel weight 124.3 and 29.7. 124.3, 29.7, good. What is my fuel breakdown here? I need an alternate to I can't say that. Guadalajara. I don't know why I struggle so much with that word. We need a taxi fuel of 500 pounds. Contingency of 1.5. So I'm going to put 0.5 in the taxi fuel. Contingency 1,500. Alternate fuel, I need 4.9 and final reserves 2.5. 4.9, 2.5. Good. And like I said before, for whatever reason, it doesn't take the win value. The fly-by-wire and the INI builds did. Plus 22. Does it want to say TL22 maybe? Tailwinds 22? No. Yeah, it always baffles me why the Fenix doesn't take that If somebody knows, let me know. Otherwise, we have about 33 minutes of extra fuel on top of whatever we need for our final reserves and alternate and all that. Because I took some extra, 2,400 pounds extra to be precise. Let's go to our takeoff performance calculation here and plug in some numbers. So we're expecting runway 16 here out of CABO. Flap config optimal, force toga no, packs are going to be on. We'll sync the load sheet. Winds are 140 at 14 out of the southeast today. Temperature very hot, 35 degrees. So even though we don't have, we're not at a high altitude, we have some potential density altitude because the performance is 35 degrees, so it's not good for the engine, but we'll calculate that. We can still flex 59, 2 down 0.0, 140 on the V1, 140 on the rotation speed, and 143 on the V2. 18,500 is the transition altitude. Thrust reduction acceleration, 1890 for the reduction. Acceleration is 1390. Alright, we'll send this to the McDo as well. Should all be there now. 2 down, nothing, 59. So our trim's going to be neutral. We'll keep it there. 59, 18.5, 140, 40, 43. Good. So the pre-flight's pretty much done. Baggage is done. We'll call loading done pretty much. Looks good to me. Now I didn't get a squawk code from VATSIM to enter for our flight, so I'm just going to put 2000 for IFR, I guess, and we'll put the transponder on. We'll lock the cockpit door. Let's clear the company message here. It's just going to ask about the load sheet. We'll accept it. Alright, so loading's complete. Let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. And let's go fasten seatbelt signs on and APU master switch on. APU, let's start it up. Beacon lights going on, ground control off for this cockpit voice recorder. And let's see the APU fire up. Oh yeah, we're in business. All right. If you're enjoying the stream so far, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button, guys. Happy Tuesday to y'all. We can pretty much get out of here now. APU bleed is going on, external power can go off, and we're gonna go to here, ground services, close up the doors, GPU disconnect, chocks and cone removed, make sure parking brake set, which it is, squawking 2000. Alright guys, pushback again, let's get our chart out. It's going to be nose left for runway 16. We're going to taxi by Alpha here. And one other thing I forgot to do is on our SID, what's the top altitude today? So I don't see a top altitude, so let's go, we want to be at 7,000 or lower for SD505. We'll set that as our top altitude, 7,000. Good, climb and nav in blue, that's what we want to see, and we're going to go prepare for pushback and departure.
feedback.
I like how she has a Spanish accent. Rightfully so, since we're in Mexico.
Departure checks complete. Bypass pin inserted.
Thank you. Here comes the tow.
Locking gear.
Roger. Lock and lift. Nose left.
Parking brakes, please.
Let me see which gate we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're at 16.
Grease parking brakes, please.
Cabo traffic, Viva 9497 A320 pushing back from gate 16, nose north, Cabo.
Grease parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
Alright, we are clear on the left side, clear on the right side. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Should probably push us onto the laneway here on the ramp.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you.
Hold your ears, it's gonna be loud. Got the beautiful IAE engines. Alright, we got the starter is stripped. Engine 1 is available. Starting engine number 2.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
In your confirmation for a good engine start.
Emergency. Leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened.
Cockpit to ground.
And release.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking.
Let's watch this engine start from the outside. Oh yeah. Feel the bass.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Love this animation.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, 2 good engines. Engine start switch norm. APU bleed off. APU master switch off. Good. And she's gonna remove the bypass pin. In the meantime, let's set our flaps for departure. Flaps are gonna be 2. Thank you. There she goes with the bypass pin. Flight controls, trim is neutral, good. We're gonna go auto brakes max, ground spoilers armed, predictive wind shear and ground cluttering system on, and good to go. Alright. The ground crew is clear. Taxi lights going on, and let's go takeoff config. Only cabin is left. Let's do a flight control test and we're out of here. Alright, flight controls. Ailerons full left, neutral, full right, observe, neutral, elevators full aft, neutral, forward, neutral, rudder check, full right, observe, neutral, and full left, neutral. Flight control test complete. Good. Cabo traffic, Viva 9497, taxiing runway 16 via Alpha. Cabo. Alright, clear on the left, clear on the right, and we'll join the ramp right here. Cabin crew's probably ready. Let's see what they have to say.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Okay, thank you very much. Beautiful. Alright guys, let's get our airport chart out. So we're gonna, via India, go to India, Alpha, and line up. I'm back. Did you see the crash at the Monaco Grand Prix? No, I didn't. What happened, Emil? Oh boy. Was it like a bad crash? That sucks. I hope everyone's okay. I went to the Montreal Grand Prix in July of last year. I think it's next month. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Sergio Perez was in the crash and everyone was okay, but the one that created the crash was Nico Hulkenberg. I don't know too much about the details of Grand Prix, but I'm glad to hear everybody's okay, Emil. I mean, these kind of things happen typically. This is a nice screenshot, isn't it? With the mountains in the background. Capture that. Alright, this is Golf, and then Foxtrot, and then it should be Alpha to runway 16. So takeoff config is normal. Block time we forgot. Let's turn the block time on, thank you. line up at Alpha. Alpha is going to be a left turn right here. The brake modeling felt a little more linear in the INI builds, to be honest. Like I applied a little bit of pressure and it actually registered, whereas with this I kind of gotta either put a lot of pressure or none. It doesn't register. But knowing that it's the Fenix, it's probably more realistic. Who knows? Something for V1 to potentially compare, comment on. Alright, let's stop it right here. We are clear on the right and clear on the left. Let's switch over to our departure chart here. So it's going to be a straight out and a left turn after 1,500, max 230 knots. So IFR departure to the southeast, Iliga 1 Alpha. Cabo traffic, Viva 947, taking runway 16 for IFR departure, Iliga 1 Alpha to the southeast, Cabo. Alright, let's go lights, strobes, and TCAS. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Alright, y'all ready? Oh, that's a nice screenshot, chat. Save that. Cabo traffic, Viva 947, departing runway 16, IFR departure to the southeast. Cabo. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Stable, set takeoff thrust. Okay, man flex 59 SRS. Auto thrust blue. Takeoff thrust set. Knots. Check. A little bit of crosswind component from the left. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up, nav, check. Alright, 1,500 feet, we're gonna make that left turn. Thrust climb, climb auto thrust, left turn out. Cabo traffic Viva 9497 departed runway 16 climbing out of 1,900 feet via the illegal 1 Alpha departure to the southeast. Last call, Cabo. Laps 1. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and turn off our nose lights and disarm ground spoiler. Flaps up, speed check, flaps up. Beautiful. Speeding it up to 250, and we need to be at 7,000 or lower for the first restriction there. And then the next one is going to be 14,000 or lower. Man, I missed how smooth the Fenix operates. Like zero glitches. Except that one time that our door was kept opening, but that's probably my bad for not making a fresh install. After doing a fresh install, it all cleared up. Alright, there's the horn. We're gonna level off if we need to here. Alright, we can continue. Next restriction is 14,000, so 14,000. Plug that in. Let's go autopilot. Bring the sounds down a little bit. And we're brought to climb 10,000. Pressure differentials building up. Cabin altitude 2,600, climbing 500 feet a minute. Pressurization check. 10,000 feet. Retract the lights and ding the cabin. And I guess I'll go seatbelt signs off. Pretty calm day. After that restriction of 14,000, you want to be at flight level 200 or higher by the next waypoint, Sierra Delta 506. So we're about to pass this one. We want to be at less than 14,000 here. Alright, 200, plug that in. And after that one, we're going to Liga and then on course. Looking good. Hopefully we'll get some air traffic control online. I wonder if I go to a live ATC if I can find Mexico City. Oh yeah, there is. Mexico City is on live ATC. That's pretty cool. Let's go to Mexico City approach and see what they have to say. Alright, Mexico approach should be playing now. And I can go up to my final cruising altitude because I got 2 miles to go and still 3,000 feet to reach 200, so that's, I can pretty safely say we're not going to bust that restriction. Either way, we're in climb mode, so it should come in magenta, the altitude restriction. About to pass it, okay. So 370. Good. Oh yeah, it was 200 or higher, so I could have went from the beginning. There's the approach. Some real life ATC for you guys. And transition altitude is 18,500 feet today. So in about 300 feet, we're going to pull standard. Standard, standard, and standard. Looking good.
Aeroméxico 419, contacto aproximación final 1975.
Camino final, 54.
Beautiful, so we're expecting hour and 39 minutes en route today. So according to live ATC, as of 17:52 local time Eastern, winds are out of the northeast at 6 knots, 7 statute miles visibility. We got few clouds at 2,000 feet, broken 22,000 feet, temperature 31 degrees, dew point 00, altimeter 3030. No significant weather. Good. Pretty much done with our SID chart here as we reach Liga waypoint in 8 minutes or 8 miles, and we're gonna take a slight left turn and track 122 to en route. All right. Next waypoint's going to be Fenix in about 67 miles. Plus 78, because first you gotta get to top of climb. So 80 plus 67, 147-ish, or 157. Let's go to my arrival chart. So for our arrival chart, we want to be at the waypoint Darren. That's our transition on the Darren 2 Alpha. Between 210 and 230. Let's see what the McDo has us. Okay. Then it's going to be 17,000 exactly at Mike X-Ray 750 max 250 knots. 17,250 knots, beautiful. Next one is Mike X-Ray 752 max 230 knots and 17,000. Beautiful. And then the little left turn for the DME arc. 17,000 at 756. Beautiful. And then Almis 210 knots and 14,000 feet. 210, 14,000. Mike X-Ray 717, 12,500. Or higher. Okay, good. And then you want to come to Sutas at 11,000 or higher and max 190 knots. Good. And for the ILS approach, you want to be at Mike X-Ray 901, mandatory 9,700. That's set. 8,900 at Mike X-Ray 900. Good. And then that's the glide slope intercept at Mike X-Ray 900. We're going down on a 3.1 degree glide slope to our minimums of 75.66. Alright. Pretty straightforward. So if I want to put a fixed ring just so I don't forget to start our descent here, we'll aim for 230 at Darren. We're going to be at 370, so that's 14,000 feet to lose. Let's disconnect this and let the battery drain just for fun. So 14,000 times 3 is 30, 42. We'll say 45 out from Darren. We'll start our descent. So that's Delta Alpha Romeo Alpha November. Beautiful. We got about 470 knots to go till that, and then Mike X-Ray runway 05 right for our fixed ring. And for the runway center line, extended runway center line, what's the final approach course? It's going to be 055. So it's going to be 235. On the radial in. radius 10, and we'll do the same thing for 5 mile fixed ring around the runway threshold. Beautiful top of descent calculated a little bit earlier than our fixed ring, but that's just a graphical reminder for us. Good. And we got the extended runway centerline and 10 mile and 5 mile fixed rings. Beautiful.
Ok, con todo gusto pendiente.
So that looks good to me. Let's enter the latest weather information in the box.
Aero México 539, vire por la izquierda Almis, descienda vía Naga 2 Alfa 1.
020 at 6.
Ok, por la izquierda Almis, descenso vía Naga 2 Alfa 11 pies, Aero México 53.
degrees, 30 on the altimeter. And barometric minimums. Transition level, by the way, flight level 19 or 5, so we'll change this to 195.
Viva 1093, contacto aproximación final 1975.
So 274 feet AGL or 7566 on the barrel for the ILS minimums to runway 05 right. 7566, we'll enter that. Good. Let's see where we're flying over. Is there a name for this body of water here?
Aero México 539, reduzca velocidad a 210 nudos.
210 reducción 539.
Alright, we'll leave it here. Beautiful sunny Mexico. Always fun to fly in Mexico. I'm going to switch over live ATC to Mexico Tower. That sounds a little unclear. I'd rather stick with approach then.
llegada, Aeroméxico 373, transmisión por 1.
Aeroméxico 373, contacto. Descienda unos 7 minutos. Aeroméxico 373, vire por la derecha, Urnoc. Descienda vía Larlo 3 Alfa 11 mil.
Don't want to open that.
Por la derecha, Urnoc, descenso vía Largo 3 Alfa 11 mil, Aeroméxico 373.
Pretty good cabin textures. Got the circuit breakers here for the kitchen equipment. These actually look pretty high quality textures. Beautiful. Alright, we're about to hit our cruising altitude, flight level 370. Outstar Mach.
México, buenas tardes. Es Richard de Limón Yankee, desciende Esposos Alfa con 220.
Sí, Moscow Yankee, buen día, contacto, radar, descienda para 18 mil.
Alt cruise.
Contacto radar.
Now I can show. Yes, cabin crew, can you please bring me some chocolate and chicken parmesan, please? Or actually, since we're going to Mexico City, can I have some tacos? Thank you so much. Nom 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 nom. Alright. I can probably do my landing performance calculator and get that over with.
Esperado de Mike Airway 772 por la izquierda 1 y descendemos vía la llegada.
Correcto, mantenga velocidad no mayor a 220.
So we're landing 5 right and we'll go to, I guess, we can go to Terminal 1. So we'll cross 5 left. Probably somewhere like Echo, and then Golf, Charlie 2, Bravo. So vacate on the left side. I believe that's where the real flight Viva 9497 parked. So they landed 05 and went this way, so they must have went to Terminal 1. Good. So for my landing performance check, I have 13,400 foot runway. Now we do have elevation of 7,300 feet. 13,400 foot runway. Elevation doesn't, I guess, play that much into account when we're landing. It's more for the takeoff, but something to remember, 7,200 feet. In case of go-around, there might be some performance issues, especially because it's 31 degrees. But here, let's go arrival. Currently, I have 16,400 on board with a gross weight of 14600. 140,600 rather. I'm expected to land with 11,000. That's 5,000 less than this. We'll call it 4,500 less. So what's 140 minus 4,500? So 135.5, and then we'll add 600. So 136.1 is going to be our gross weight for landing.
Aeroméxico 373, contacto 1975, aproximación final.
1975, Aeroméxico 3.
Oops. 136.1. Beautiful. Runway 5 right. Apply the current METAR. Auto brakes low, and we'll use max reverse. So with low auto brakes, look at this. We only need 8,520 feet with a 15% safety factor. We have 13,004. So auto brakes low definitely work for landing. Easy check today. Let's go ATSU and clear this company message. Probably wants a delay code or something like that. 12-minute delay code. We'll blame it on the dispatch. We'll say 0D1. Delay code 12 minutes. We'll say incorrect departure time. Sorry, dispatch. You're going under the bus, the Airbus. And I can go ahead and speed things up here. Let's go cost index. We'll change it from 13. The chief pilot's not going to be happy because we're wasting fuel. We're burning more fuel. And Viva, I think it's a cheaper low-cost airline. But nevertheless, let's go cost index of 90. So that's going to up our speed here. You know what? Let's send it. 99. Speed it up, probably Mach 0.797 or 80, something like that. Beautiful. All right. Passing a little island here. Alright, I'm gonna go to the lav real quick and I'll be back, guys.
Viva 1137, contacto radar. Descienda vía Enaga 2 Alfa 11 mil.
Vía nada. A 11
Correcto, Viva 1137 de Mike X-Ray 755 directo al MIS.
Mike X-Ray 755 directo a 1137. Aproximación México, Guardia Costera 629, información X-Ray a bordo, abandonando unos 7000, descenso vía Larlo 3 Alfa.
Costera 629, buena tarde, contacto radar.
Radar Costera 629.
Alright, back with you.
Costera 629, confirme velocidad.
Estamos dejando 257 por 230.
Recibo costera 629, vire por la derecha un knock. Descienda vía largo 3 alfa 11000, mantenga 230.
Con gusto, mi amigo, por la derecha Urnoc. Descendemos vía la llegada para 11000 y mantenemos 230.
Let's do a fuel check. At Mavic we have 15.7. I took about 2,000 extra, so it should be 13.7 at Mavic according to our current consumption. Let's see what the OFP says. 13.5, there you go. So even though the cost index has increased, we're doing pretty good for the fuel efficiency. I can't wait till we go over land so we can, we're gonna fly over Puerto Vallarta. So we're gonna get some beautiful views. There's the other side of Mexico, the land coming up. And we got a nice 30 knot, 32 knot tailwind. So ground speed 495.
Costera 629, inicia reducción de velocidad a 210.
Costera 629, iniciamos reducción para 210.
Let's see if there's new weather information, by the way. Let's do it from the McDo today. Alright, we got new information as of 18:45, so half an hour ago. Let's update that. Winds are 170 at 8 knots. .30 degrees, cooling down a little bit. No significant weather, that's what I like to see. A few clouds, 20,000 feet, broken, 22,000, altimeter 3028. It's hazy, as it always is in Mexico City.
Usted 629, contacto 1975, aproximación final.
1975, aproximación final, contra 6.
Bath time for me, au revoir, au revoir, see ya. Wallet, hey, wanna see your wallet, hey. Pretty much passing Puerto Vallarta. Should be passing right over it. Yeah. Puerto Vallarta VOR is 7 miles. So we should be passing over Puerto Vallarta in 7 miles. Oh no, we already passed it.
Ciudad México, México 243,
behind us.
215 descendiendo vía Expo 2 Alfa 18000.
Yeah, we're going away from it.
Contacto, dar confirme velocidad.
250 México 243.
Fércido, mantenga 250 de Mike X-Ray a 770, directo Urnoc. Descienda vía Expo 2 Alfa 11000 pies.
Posterior Mike X-Ray 770, directo Urnoc, mantenemos 250 nudos, descenso vía 1000 pies a México 243.
Correcto.
México, aproximación Avianca 022, buenas tardes, libre 190 en descenso para 17000 vía Larlo 3 Alfa X-Ray.
Avianca 022, buenas tardes, contacto, dar descienda vía a 17000.
Descenso para 17000 vía Avianca 022.
Avianca 022 reduzca velocidad a 230 nudos.
230 nudos, ahora Avianca 022.
Fenix 199, muy buenas tardes, contacto verdad, descienda vía Expos 2 Alfa 18000.
Descenso Expos 2 Alfa 18000.
Beautiful landfall, beautiful terrain, and mountains we're flying over. Looks good.
Avianca 022, diré por la derecha, Urnoc, descienda vía largo 3 Alfa 11000.
Derecha, Urnoc, descenso 1000, vía Largo 3 Alfa Avianca 02.
Aeroméxico 199, reduzca velocidad a 230 nudos.
230 nudos, 199.
Approach United 1090, flight level 213, descending on the Naga 2 to 18,000.
Roger, United Scenario, radar contact, descend via Naga 2 Alpha Ravel to 18,000.
Descend via Naga 2 Alpha to 18,000, United, correcting 1090.
Beautiful terrain here.
Aeroméxico 199 de Mike X-Ray 772 directo Urnoc, descienda vía Expos 2 Alfa 11,000 pies.
De Mike X-Ray 772 directo Urnoc, descenso vía Expos 2 Alfa 11000, Aeroméxico 199. Aeroméxico 243, ¿hasta dónde quiere que mantengamos 250 nudos?
Puede iniciar la reducción a 210, Aeroméxico 243, muy amable.
Screenshot.
Iniciamos reducción 210, Aeroméxico 243.
Avianca 022, velocidad.
Confirma para Avianca 02.
Confirme su velocidad.
210, Avianca 02.
Recibo, no menor de esa velocidad hasta checar Urnoc.
Mantendrá 210 hasta Urnoc, Avianca 02.
United Scenario, reduce speed to 230 knots.
Roger, 230 knots, United 1090.
I'm gonna grab myself a boobly. I'll be right back.
Aeroméxico 199, continúa reducción de velocidad a 210 nudos.
210 nudos, 199.
Aeroméxico 343, contacto 1975, aproximación final.
119.75 Aeroméxico 243, buen día.
Buen día. Avianca 022, mantenga 210 en la velocidad y contacto 1975 final.
Alright, back with you guys. Got myself a strawberry buble. Cheers.
United Tenari, proceed direct Almis, descend via Naga to Alpha Raven to 1000.
Direct to Almas, immediate Naga to Alpha to 1000, that is 109.
Aeroméxico 199, contacto 1975, aproximación final.
1975 Aeroméxico 199.
We got 200 miles till top of drop.
De aproximación Aeroméxico 835-220 por un 8000.
Aeroméxico 835, contacto, radar 6, el descenso hasta nivelar 18000, esperé a cortar hacia Almis.
Ok, expeditamos a 18000 y esperando cortar 8000. Llega México, Aeroméxico 105 en descenso vía Dallas Alfa 17.
Aeroméxico 105, buen día, contacto, radar, reduzca velocidad a 230.
Ahora 230 en Aeroméxico 105.
Se vale. United Tenari, reduce speed at 210 knots.
Go to 210 knots, United 10.
Aeroméxico 835, viré por su izquierda, rumbo 230, continúa el descenso 14000.
230, descenso 14000 Aeroméxico 83.
Costera 2521. Costera 2521.
Let's get our star chart out. For Benito Juárez International.
Aeroméxico 835, viré por la izquierda, Almis, descienda vía y llega de Naga 2 Alfa 11000.
Descenso vía 11000 y volando al MIS 835.
Alright, we'll leave it right here.
Buenas tardes, Costera 250.
MSA in the area from our directions 12-1 initially and then 14-8.
Tenemos 230.
But the weather's pretty good though. Shouldn't be a, but that is a threat.
United Tenari, contact final approach in 1975.
1975, United 1090.
Aeroméxico 835, reduzca velocidad a 210 nudos.
210 nudos Aeroméxico 835.
So we got our minimum set.
Aeroméxico 109, vire por la derecha, Almis, descienda vía Darandos Alfa 11000.
7566, we got our approach information in the box. We've done our landing performance check and we're gonna go out of brake slow.
Por la derecha, Almis, descienda
Pretty much
vía
ready.
Darandos Alfa a 11000, Aeroméxico 105.
For the RadNav,
Descenso vía Darandos Alfa 11000 Aeroméxico 135.
this is something that Anybuilds was not doing correctly yesterday. India Mike Whiskey X-Ray 109.1. India Mike Whiskey X-Ray 109.1. Final approach course, front course 55, set. Beautiful. That's what we like to see.
Aproximación México, buenas tardes, espera 2421, deja 225 por 18010.
Buen día, contacto radar costera 2421, descienda para
These
1.
contrails. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Let's take a screenshot here.
Aeroméxico 105, mantenga 230 indicados, espera reducción en 8 millas.
Mantenemos 230, esperamos reduccionar.
Aeroméxico 835, contacto 1975, aproximación final.
Final 1975, Aeroméxico 835, buen día.
Buen día. Costera 2521, viré por la derecha, no, descienda vía Larlo 3 Alfa 11 medio.
Voy a hablar los tres alfa por la derecha, directo, por no costado 5. Aproximación México, buenas tardes, Aeroméxico 319, descenso vía 17000.
Aeroméxico 319, buen día, contacto radar, descienda vía 17000.
Descenso vía 17000, Aeroméxico 319.
Aeroméxico 105, reduzca velocidad a 210 nudos.
Reducción 210, indicados Aeroméxico 105. Confirma altímetro, por favor.
Altímetro 3027. 3027. Costera 2421, diré por la izquierda Almis, descienda vía Naga 2 Alfa 11 medio.
Por la izquierda dicto Almis y descendemos bien, haga 2 alfa a 11000 pies, costera 242.
Aeroméxico 105, contacto 1975 final.
1975 final México, Aeroméxico.
Ooh, beautiful. Screenshot that for Discord. Pretty much looks like real life.
Reduzca velocidad a 210 nudos.
Reducimos a 210 nodos, técnicas costera 24,
See a little town over here.
Uno continúa con 230.
A couple of towns, one here, one here.
230, pendiente reducción.
mantenemos 230 con tráfico.
Let's turn up the sounds a little bit for the approach.
Costera 2521, contacto 1975 final.
1975, contacto 5, 0.
Aeroméxico 319, vire por la derecha, no, descienda vía Lablo 2 Alfa 11, Lablo 3 Alfa 11 menos.
Grado directo NOC, descenso vía 11.000, Aeroméxico 319.
I'm gonna go Mach 0.8. Push it to the limit. $120 out from top of drop.
México, Aeroméxico 857.
Aeroméxico 857, buen día, contacto, cuando nivele 17000, reduzca a 230.
Cerrado, nivelando 17000, reducimos 230, Aeroméxico 857.
Costera 2421, contacto aproximación final 1975.
1975, costera 2421.
Aeroméxico 857, vire por la derecha, no, descienda vía Lablo 3 Alfa 11000 pies.
Let's get a little GoPro view here for a while.
Aeroméxico 319, reduzca velocidad a 210 nudos.
210, Aeroméxico 319.
Aeroméxico 319, contacto 1975 final.
1975 final, Aeroméxico 319, buenas tardes.
Pretty much 80 out from top of drop.
Mexico radar KLM 685 heavy.
KLM 685, Roger radar contact. Turn left, heading 240, descend to 147.
Westering 240, descent 14000 on 3028 KLM 685.
I think 3028 is also what we have in the box. Yeah, 3028, beautiful. And we're expecting an approach speed today of 136 knots.
KLM 685, turn left direct Almis, cross it at 140,000.
Left direct Almis, cross Almis 14000, KLM 685.
Alright, I'm gonna go with seatbelt signs on.
57210, 1975, hasta luego.
Gracias, buen día, México 8.
I'm gonna pause the music now for the arrival. Pretty much ready to start our descent pretty soon here. Top and drop in about 60 miles.
Viva 101, buen día, contacto radar. Mantén 8000 pies, por la izquierda el rumbo 240, 230 en la velocidad.
Por la izquierda 240.
Pretty good coverage in US and Canada today for VATSIM. Let me show you guys. So we got a bunch of the East and the Midwest. We got Edmonton FSS. We got Montreal Center, Toronto Center, even the Oceanic, New York Oceanic, but even in Mexico we have Bogota. I have all these, but not Mexico Center, unfortunately. Oh well.
Viva 101, vuele directo a Almis, descienda vía 11000, cruce Almis con 14000 pies.
Directo Almis, descenso vía 11000 y Almis 14, viva 101.
KLM 685, after Almis, descend via to 111000, reduce to 210 knots.
After Almis, descent via arrival to 11000 and take in speed 210.
210, that's right, KLM 685. Contact 1975. Have a good one.
M1975, KLM 685. Thank you, man. Bye.
Bye.
Mexico, buenas tardes, Lufthansa 498, passing 220, descending 18,000.
Lufthansa 498, Roger, radar, contact, turn left, heading 230, descend to 16 pounds.
Heading 230 left and descend to 16,000, Lufthansa 498.
Okay, we're arriving from the northwest via the Darren 2 Alpha arrival. You want to be at Darren, we're aiming for 230. Then we got to be exactly at 17,000 for
Aeroméxico 659,
Mike X-ray 750.
498, confirm the heading we're turning to.
Lufthansa 498, heading 210.
Heading 210, Lufthansa 498, heavy, London.
Okay, it's currently 23:49 Zulu, and we're estimating arrival at basically 0020, so 31 minutes. Cabin crew, 30 minutes to landing. Still got a solid ground speed of 489 with 22 knot tailwind.
Lufthansa 498, fly direct Army, descend the other side to 11,000.
Lufthansa 498, we fly direct to Almis and we are descending via the arrival to 11,000 confirmed.
Yeah, that's right, Lufthansa 498, cross Army at 14,000.
Roger, 14,000, Almis Lufthansa 498.
Aeroméxico 659, mándame el Mike 6752 con el rumbo 075, el descenso 15,000.
Over, may I speed break. Bloqueado.
Aeroméxico 659, mire al rumbo
Someone keeps blocking her on the radio.
15,000 pies.
Lufthansa está bloqueando, entendemos, ¿qué rumbo?
Aeroméxico 659, el rumbo 080.
Rumbo 080, Aeroméxico 659.
Viva 101-210, 1975.
1975-210, Viva 101.
Oscar Papa Fox, contacto radar 210 norte.
Contacto radar 210 norte, Oscar Papa Fox.
Lufthansa 498, keep 230 knots on the speed, cross at Armis at 14,000.
Lufthansa 498, speed 230 and Armis at 14,000.
Aeroméxico 659, vuele directo a Almis, descienda vía 11,000.
Directo al mismo, 11,000 pies, Aeroméxico 659. México, buen día, Aeroméxico 118, descenso vía 18000.
Aeroméxico 118, contacto radar.
118.
Oscar Papa Fox, gire al rumbo 080, el descenso 15,000 pies.
Miramos al rumbo 080 y 5000, 15,000 pies de Oscar Papa Fox.
Lufthansa 498,
We're gonna descend to flight level 230 soon here.
Approach 11975.
Reducing to 10 and 11975, Lufthansa 498, buenas tardes.
Hasta luego.
Slow it down to Mach 0.78 now.
Aeroméxico 6592, 210 en la velocidad.
210 del 659.
Oscar Papa Fox, el rumbo 040.
040 Oscar Papa Fox.
Aeroméxico 118, 210 nudos en la velocidad, inicia el descenso 15.
210, Aeroméxico 118.
Oscar Papa Fox, vuelo directo Urnoc, descienda vía 11000.
Alfa 1 knock, descendemos vía 11000, Oscar Papa Fox.
Alright, I'm going to start my descent pretty soon here. I'm going to delete this fixed ring now, we don't need it anymore. Let's get a vertical speed.
Buenas tardes, Aeroméxico 452, información extra y avalona 198.
1000 feet a minute going. Seatbelt signs toggle them
Aeroméxico
on.
118, el rumbo 200, el descenso 15000.
Rumbo 200 y descenso 15000, Aeroméxico 118.
Aeroméxico 452, buena tarde, contacto radar.
Alright, officially on our descent towards Mexico City. Cool.
Aeroméxico 118, vuelo directo Albi, descienda vía 11000 pies, 210 en la velocidad.
Directo Albi, descenso vía 11000, 210 de velocidad, México 118.
Aeroméxico 659, 1975 la aproximación, que estén bien.
1975, el 659, hasta luego, gracias. Vuelven.
Hasta luego. Aeroméxico 452, vira el rumbo 210, el descenso para unos 5000 pies, 210 en la velocidad.
El rumbo 210, descenso a 15000 y velocidad 210, Aeroméxico 45.
I'm going to select 210 because we can be as low as 210 by Darren now. Between 23 and 21.
Aproximaciones México costera 2689, descenso vía Enaga 2 Alfa a, de 200 a 180. 180.
Costera 2689, contacto radar.
Alright, let's do thrust idle, open
Oscar
descent.
Papa Fox 1975.
1975, Oscar. Fenix.
When we get to Darren, the next one's going to be at exactly 17,000 for Mike X-Ray 750.
Aeroméxico 452, vuelo directo Albi, descienda vía 11000.
Directo Albi, descenso vía a 11000.
Costera 2689, vira el rumbo 220, el descenso 5000 pies, 210 en la velocidad.
Rumbo 220, descenso a 15000 pies y 210 en la velocidad costera 2689.
Para México 118, 1975 aproximación, que estén bien.
1975 aproximación a México 118, muy bien.
Costera 2689, vuele directo a Almis, descienda vía 11000, mantenga 210.
Directo a Almis, descenso a 11000 y mantenemos 210, costera 2689.
Aproximación México, muy buenas tardes, el Alfa Papa 01, desciende vía Larlo 3 Alfa, estamos reduciendo para 230 knots.
Alfa Papa 01, buen día, contacto radar. El rumbo 315, el descenso a unos 5000 pies, 230 en la velocidad.
Rumbo 315, descenso para unos 5000 y me confirma 210 nudos en la velocidad.
230 al momento y teniente le llamo para reducir a 210. Alfa Papa 01.
Recibido 230 por ahora, esperando reducción 210, Alfa Papa 0.
Alright, beautiful. We're going to meet that speed restriction or altitude restriction of 230, between 230 and 210 for Darren. Beautiful. Next one's going to be 17,000.
Alfa Papa 01, vuele ir el turno, descienda a 14000 pies.
Directo Urnoc, descenso 14000
Mexico
pies,
City
Alfa
traffic,
Papa 0.
Viva 9497, A320 descending out of flight level 210, about 50 miles to the northwest of the field. Via the Darren 2 Alpha, we're planning a left base, ILS approach runway 05 right, Mexico City. Alright, transition altitude is 195, so 3028. Let's get ready to 3028, yeah. There we go. .3028, set once. .3028, set twice. You want to be at 250 miles coming up here, so we're gonna have to start slowing down now. And on the standby as well, 3028. Alright, set 3 times.
Frontera 2689, 1975 aproximación, que estén bien.
119.75 aproximación, costera 2689.
Look at that. Quick screenshot
Alfa
here.
Papa 01, procédanos, reanude el
Beautiful
descenso vía
approach.
a 11000 pies, reduzca a 210.
Posterior a Urnoc, reanudar 11000 y vamos a iniciar reducción para 210 indicados en Alfa Papa 0.
Correcto.
The next restriction is going to be 230 knots. It's still 17,000. Alright, beautiful. Pretty much 250 and 17,000 by MX 750. Didn't even need speed brakes. Then I'm going to take the speed, go down to 230 here. Now that's maximum 230, so I'm going to give myself some time here. Let's go 210. Let's activate approach phase. Remember, it's airport elevation of 7,000 feet-ish, so.
Alfa Papa 01, contacto 119751975, que estén bien.
Contactar 1975, el Alfa Papa 01. Muy buena tarde, hasta luego.
Hola.
Beautiful. Give me flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497, about 30 miles to the northwest, descending out of 17,000 by the Darren 2 Alpha arrival. We're planning ILS approach runway 05 right, Mexico City. If we do have to go missed, it's climb on track 055 to MX 949 and then proceed on the missed approach to Volin and continue according to ATC instructions. So it's basically bringing us around like that to Volin for the missed approach. Missed approach altitude 12,000. Alright, after here we're gonna go down to 14,000 for Almas.
Delta 585237, descending 18 on the Nega 2 Alpha.
Delta 585, Roger, radar contact. Turn left heading 250, descend to 18,000.
Left 250 to 18,000, Delta 585.
Make this beautiful right turn. What an approach.
Aeroméxico 941, vuele directo a Almis, crúcelo con 14,000 pies y 210 nudos.
The scenery has been incredible. Let's go down to 14,000 now. Thrust idle. Open descent.
Going a status, costera 537, descenso vía de Landos Alfa a 17.
Costera 2537, buena tarde, contacto radar.
Gracias, contacto radar.
I'll slow it down to around 180 for SUTAS when we get there. We'll put terrain radar on.
Delta 585, bed heading 230, descend to 16,000, 230 knots.
Alright, heading 23, can you say that again for Delta 585?
Yeah, Delta 585, heading 220, 16,000, 230 knots.
220, 16,000, 230 knots, Delta 585.
Costera 2637, del maíz de 752, vuelo directo al MIS, descienda vía 116.
El 2537 proceda al MEX 752 directo al y 11000 días.
Scott, what's going on? I'm at Mexico City almost.
Delta 585, fly direct Almis and cross it at 14,000.
Direct to Almas and cross Almas at 14,000.
Hey, that Delta is going to Almas. We're also going to Almas. Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497, 10 miles out from Almas on the Darren 2 Alpha arrival, descending out of 14,500 for ILS approach, runway 05 right, Mexico City. Alright, Almas for 14,000, and then we're going to go down to 12,500 for MX 7717.
Polaris 147. Polaris 147, buena tarde, contacto radar. Continúa el descenso sin restricción a unos 5,000 pies.
Gotta make sure I have the replay out as well. There we go.
Costera 2637, mantenga velocidad.
Para el costera 2537 mantenemos velocidad.
Correcto.
Guys, hit that like button if you're just joining us. About to land. Yeah, it's hazy, Scott. The METAR said haze. It's usually like this in Mexico City, I find.
Delta 585, after Almis, descend the other side to 11,000, reduce to 210 knots.
After Almas down to 11,000 and speed 210 Delta 585.
Okay, 12.5 is our next platform altitude.
Polaris 147, vire al rumbo 080.
I want to have gear down around SUTAS. Flaps 2, gear down.
Delta 585, contact approach 11975.
I'm going to go ahead and arm the ground spoilers.
1975 Delta 585.
5.
Scott, leg after this? Probably not. No, this is my only leg, man. Because I have to go early to work tomorrow and I still got to eat dinner and everything. It's been a pretty long flight. We started at 6, yeah, it's been 2 hours and 12 minutes so far.
Aproximación México, buenas tardes, costera 131,
So
descenso vía
SUTAS is going to be our initial approach fix.
Costera 131, buen día, contacto radar, vuele directo a Almis, descienda vía 11,000 pies, mantenga velocidad. Directo Almis, el descenso vía 11,000 y mantenemos velocidad costera 131.
And then 11,000 for Sutas or higher.
Polaris 147, vuelo directo URNOC,
Beautiful.
descienda vía 11.000 pies.
Directo URNOC, descenso vía a 11.000, Polaris 147.
Let's go 1,800 feet a minute, some speed brakes. And let's slow it down to 180. One 1,000 now. Speed 180. Alright, I'll take flaps 2 in about a couple miles. You want to be at 9,700 for MX 901. Landing system on. India Mike Whiskey X-ray identified, unlike the Indy builds that wasn't tuning it yesterday.
210 en la velocidad, 1975 hasta luego.
210, 1975, 253.
Alright, gear down and flaps 2.
Mexico United 821 leaving the flight level 21 for 180, speed 230.
United 821, Roger, radar contact.
Okay, we're in open descent, but it shows 1,200. I think that might be a glitch. We're not in vertical speed right now. Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on the left base from ILS 05 right, Mexico City. Okay, speed alt star, glide slope blue, loc blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. Beautiful approach, look at this, holy moly.
Polaris 147, 210 en la velocidad, 1975 aproximación, hasta luego.
210 en la velocidad y 1975, Polaris 147, metro.
I'll take flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3, and final. After this turn, we'll slow to final. Ground spoilers armed.
United 821, heading 070, descend to 15,000.
Heading 070 down to 15,000.
Spicy approach. Flaps full, speed check. Alright, beautiful. Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on a 7-mile final runway 05 right. Mexico City. Alright. Glide slope star, low star, missed approach altitude, it's going to be 12,000.
Aeroméxico 409.
You have the field in sight yet?
250, mantenga un 8,000
It's
pies.
hazy.
Rumbo 250, 8000, Aeroméxico 409.
5 out. Alright, field in sight. My aircraft. ECAM memo landing, no blue cabin ready. And landing checklist complete.
United 821, reduce to 210 knots.
Got a little bit of tailwind, but it's going to spin around probably by the time we reach the surface.
Alright, speed 210.
Cabin crew, please be seated for landing.
And down to 11,000, United 821.
Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on a short final, runway 05 right, Mexico City. Our winds are calm.
Aproximación México, buenas tardes, México 1.3, 8000 por 7000, darán 2 alfa.
México 143, buen día, contacto radar.
Contacto radar, Aeroméxico 143.
Con 0131, mantenga 210 en la velocidad, 1975
We hit a little bit of wind there.
Mantenemos 210 en la velocidad y
Spicy.
1975 aproximación costera 131, buen día. Hasta luego. Aeroméxico 409, descienda a unos 5000 pies, el rumbo 210 y 230 millas.
Rumbo 210, unos 5000, 230 indicados, Aeroméxico
Landing.
409.
Auto thrust is fighting the winds.
100,
We got some crosswinds now.
50, 40, 30.
Aeroméxico 143, vuele directo a Almis, descienda vía 1000 pies. Mantenga velocidad.
Go
Directo
around.
Almis, descenso darán 2 alfa, 1000, manteniendo velocidad de Aeroméxico 143.
Go around
Aeroméxico
flaps.
409, por
Three.
izquierda directo a Almis, descienda vía
Positive
1000
rate.
pies, 210 en la velocidad.
You're up.
210 en la velocidad, 1000 conforme a la llegada y directo Almis,
Jeez, that was
Aeroméxico
spicy.
409.
I think I'm gonna have to plant it down pretty hard. I can't go for the butter.
210 on the speed, United 821.
Okay, missed approach track. Let's pull heading. Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on the go around, runway 05 right, Mexico City. Flaps 2.
United 821, contact approach 11975, 1975.
1975, United 821.
Thrust climb. Alright, nav, Mr. Approach track. We'll keep the speed down at 180 actually. Flaps 1.
México, buen día, Aeroméxico 1051,
How's the dime running with sim update 15? Didn't see any stutters in that file. It does look smooth.
Buen día, contacto radar. Del 771, mira el rumbo.
Okay, we're on the missed approach.
Mantenga 17.
Max 185.
Viramos al rumbo 305, mantenemos 17000 Aeroméxico 1051.
Okay, MSA is gonna be 12,100. It is freaking wind sheary on final. I'm gonna have to put it down hard, guys, so no butter.
Aeroméxico 409, contacto aproximación 11975, 1975, que estén bien.
1975, que tenga buen día, Aeroméxico 409.
Igualmente.
Alright, 2000. Let's go autopilot. Sheesh, spicy. Spicy. we'll try it again. Still have plenty of fuel, 10,000 on board.
Reduzca 210 nudos, sigue tráfico pesado, Boeing 787, 8 millas adelante.
I think we handled that missed approach pretty well.
Aeroméxico 143, 1975 la aproximación que se envía.
1975 Aeroméxico 143, buen día.
Hasta luego. Aeroméxico 105.
Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on the missed approach track from runway 05 right crosswind, and we'll be making right downwind and trying it again for 05 right, Mexico City. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, yeah, it was a little windy on short final there, and we decided to stay safe and go around, and we're going to try it again. We should have you down on the ground in about 10 minutes. Thank you. I'll fix it from Walloon this time, actually. 05 right, interesting, no via. Oh, it is from Walloon, okay. Let's go plan.
México, buen día, Volaris 187 en descenso vía Expo 2 Alfa a 18000.
Volaris 187, buen día, contacto radar de Mike
From Walloon, you want to go to MX901.
El Mike B772 a UNOC y descenso vía a 187.
So no star. Oh, I see. Okay, ILS Zulu 05 right via Walloon. Insert plan. Good. Beautiful. But yeah, the sim's running pretty darn smooth, Scott, for sure. So there was like winds calm, and then I suddenly hit some sort of a wind shear or something on short final that made me like keep floating. I'm almost thinking, should I do a flap 3 landing? We'll give it another go with flaps full, and if it doesn't work again, we'll do flaps 3.
Aeroméxico 1051, contacto en 1197519 la aproximación que se envía.
1975, aproximación Aeroméxico 1051, muy buen día.
Bueno.
Not gonna. I don't need anti-ice. SAT is 12 and 19 in the skin here. On the go around.
Aproximación México, buen día, será 247, dejando 237, descenso vía General Alfa 18000.
Conceda 2417, buen día, contacto radar. Mantenga velocidad, el descenso en 8000, el rumbo 250.
Recibido, descenso en 8000.
Alright, so maybe what we can do is auto thrust off as well.
Y si le es posible.
This is gonna be spicy. So don't expect a butter, guys. This is probably gonna be a planter. I want to plant it down. Not gonna be a butter. It's probably gonna be 300-400 feet a minute.
Muy buenas tardes, Aeroméxico 3 por los altos.
We want a butter? Not gonna happen. Not in these conditions. 11,000. Scott. Okay.
Polaris 303.
No, descend to 1,000 now. It's not gusty enough for me to consider flaps 3 landing.
Polaris 187, 230 en la velocidad, 19.
100 at 12.
Reducimos 230 en la velocidad, 19.75, Polaris 187, buen día, gracias.
Hasta luego.
It's 29 degrees, 3028. And
Considerados 417, ¿qué régimen de descenso?
7566.
1400 pies por minuto, cruzados 400.
Recibido en un minuto, virará a altitude. ¿Será posible cruzarlo con 14000?
Afirmación, cruzados 400 y cruzamos régimen.
Alright,
Considerados
altitude
417, vuele directo a altitude, crúcelo con 14000.
Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on the right base, runway 05 right, Mexico City.
Polaris 303.
Alright,
Vuele directo
I'm going to
a
select
altitude en la vía
9700.
pies, Polaris 03.
We're all lit up.
Armico 337, inicia la presente, el descenso 15000.
Inicio descenso para 15000, Aeroméxico 3.
Flaps 2. Let's go gear down.
Costa 2417, Costa Almi, reanuda el descenso vía a 1000 pies, contacto aproximación 11975, 1975.
Recibe descenso vía 11000 y 1975, cruzados 400, se reculó.
Hola. Armico 337, prosiga por la izquierda al
Flaps 3.
rumbo 070, el descenso 15000
Check.
pies.
Flaps full.
Izquierda rumbo 070 y para 15000, Aeroméxico 3.
Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497 on short final, runway 7 mile final, runway 05 right, Mexico City. Okay, gear down, 3 greens, no red, flaps full indicated, and auto brakes low, down spoilers armed. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Record.
Aproximación México, buenas tardes.
Auto thrust off, manual thrust.
Alcanza 17250, vía Dara.
Armico 337, vuelo URNOC, descienda vía a 1000 pies.
Yeah, the auto thrust was just fighting those gusts, and it led to our getting a little bit slow, or floating a little bit.
Mantenga el descenso a 17.
So I'm gonna go manual thrust here.
Mantenemos 17000 pies, viva 16.
You got this one, says Scott. Let's hope so. Otherwise, it's gonna be flaps 3. Okay, auto flight, auto thrust off, clear. My aircraft.
American 2350, turn left heading 230, maintain 18000.
Turn left heading 230 and maintain 18000.
And Mexico City traffic, Viva 9497, short final, runway 05 right, Mexico City.
Aproximaciones 11975, Polaris 302,
Hasta luego. Polaris 167, inicia la presente, corrijo, Viva 165, inicia la presente, el descenso a 5000 pies.
Descendemos 15000, viva 165.
Maybe I'll come in a little bit faster for stability. 1000 check. Missed approach altitude. 12,000 set. Yeah, I think it was the auto thrust that was screwing things up in the wind.
American 2350, 210 knots, turn left direct Almis and descend via the start to 11,000.
Alright, direct to Almis, down to 11,000 and 210 knots, American 2350.
Viva 165, 210 en la velocidad.
Reduce 210, viva 165.
Minimum.
Aeroméxico 547,
Landing.
buenas tardes, 225 para 18, ven haga 2
Aeroméxico 547, buena tarde, contacto radar.
100.
Aeroméxico 337, 210 no está en la velocidad.
Recon.
210.
10. 5.
Viva 165, vire al rumbo 100, mantenga unos 5,000.
Por la derecha, rumbo 100, mantenemos.
Spoilers, reverse screen.
Aeroméxico
Listo.
337,
We got it.
60
60 knots. And welcome down to Mexico City. Sheesh! I don't even give a shit about the landing rate. Alright, we are going to vacate on the left. Whew, it feels good to be good on the ground, down on the ground. Stop the chrono.
Mantenemos 210 por la derecha, Almis, descendemos vía 11,000, viva.
Welcome down to Mexico, guys. Mexico City. Yeah, I think it made all the difference to turn off the auto thrust. That was the complete right decision.
Viva 1169, buena
Clear
tarde,
the left,
contacto
clear the
radar
right.
230 en la velocidad.
Contacto radar, reduciendo 230, viva 1169.
Mexico City traffic Viva 9497, clear of 05 right and crossing 05 left at Echo and Bravo to Terminal 1, Mexico City. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I basically never do auto thrust off with the Airbus. I really felt the need for it today. Alright, let's cross this. Clear on the right.
Aeroméxico 547, vira al rumbo 230, el descenso para 16,000 pies.
Clear on the left.
230 y descendemos unos 6,000 pies, Aeroméxico 547.
Viva 1169, inicia el descenso a la presente a 16,000.
16,000 a la presente, viva 1169.
Alright, it's going to be left on to Bravo here.
From the south side, firmly 05 right, departure Mexico City.
American 235.
Damn, that was spicy, but I had a lot of fun, guys. Never panic. Never panic.
American.
I was good for a smash. Hey, 320, I'll take that. It was, if it was in the touchdowns, I think it was 1.18 G, Scott. Considering the conditions, it's always spicy into Mexico City, man. But we got it. There was no way. If I went for a butter, it would have floated like halfway down the runway. It just wasn't going to work today. Let's go. Lights.
Viva 1169, 210 en la velocidad.
Reduciendo 210, viva 1169.
México, buenas tardes, Máquina Charter 775, descenso vía para 18000. Charter 775, buen día, contacto radar.
Sorry, can't type. Got a new phone and keyboard is smaller. Hey, you know what phone I want, Scott? But it's way too expensive. I want the Samsung Fold. You know the new Fold one? It's just such a huge screen. I was like, darn, it's like a mini iPad. I would love that. But yeah, it's like over $2,000 Canadian. Screw that. There's no way I can afford that.
Adelante, Aeroméxico 547.
Are you an iPhone guy or are you a Samsung guy, Scott?
Estamos mirando rumbo 200.
Or I should say Android. Your brother has that one? So it's, I think it was two of them. One is like the Fold and the other one is, I forgot what it was called. It was like, Yeah, I can't remember the other one, but I want that fully folding one that's like a huge screen. That's awesome. So, hour and 55 minutes in the air.
Viva 165, contacto en 11975, hasta luego.
1975, Viva 165, gracias.
Aeroméxico 547, vuelo directo a Almis, descienda vía 11.
Directo a Almis, y descendemos a...
Someone's departing 05 right now.
547.
We earned our keep today with this one, chat. Oh, spicy. You swap between iPhone and Google Pixel. I got tired of the iPhone Max, too big, went back to the iPhone 15 Pro. That's the one I have, I think. iPhone 15 Pro. Or no, sorry. I have the iPhone Plus, 15 Plus, so I have the big one actually. But Google Pixel, interesting. You like it? I think I would rather go with the Samsung, to be honest, if I'm going to do Android. But I've honestly never tried the Google Pixel, so I can't really judge. Let's clean it up.
Charter 775, 210 San Abracio.
217,
I'm gonna go taxi lights off as well now.
Viva 1169. Urno, que el descenso vía 119.
You like the plain vanilla Android? Yeah, I've never tried the Google Pixel.
Costera 631, buen día, contacto cerrado.
631.
Charter 775, el rumbo 200, el descenso 16. Rumbo 200, descenso 16.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that overall, guys. I made up for yesterday's weird leg we had to Salt Lake City. Let's take 27 here. Or what is this? 34. We'll take 34. We handled the go-around pretty darn well, I think, and we handled the second landing with the auto thrust off, which I never practiced with, so I was completely improvising here. Smash that like button for that spicy arrival down to Mexico City. Alright. Oops. APU bleed on. Engine 2, engine 1. TCAS, transponder. Take a screenshot right here.
Charter 775, vuelo directo a Almis, descienda vía 11 pies, mantenga 210.
Let's go GSX D board.
Charter 775.
We're gonna go less than 5% in one checked. Seatbelt signs going off, beacon lights off, and welcome down to Mexico City, block time off, 2 hours and 7 minutes, and 1 hour 55 minutes with the go around, and we still have 8,880 pounds on board. Let's get off VATSIM for the replay. Alright, that was fun. It's gotta be spicy once in a while. We can't always have straightforward flights. Our alternate, if we needed it, would have been Guadalajara. I can never say that right. And the sun's about to set. Spicy little evening arrival. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, if you did, smash that like button for that go around and that manual auto thrust landing.
Almix 1000 pies, vía Cosea 631.
Screenshot. We got lots of beautiful screenshots today. The inside of this is not modeled. Oh, look at that, chat. Oh my goodness. With the sunset and the haze. Looks so nice. Love this sim.
Charter 775, contacto 11975. Hasta luego. 11975, Charter 775.
Yeah, look how hazy it is. See ya. Alright, take care, y'all. Have a good one. Ah, stupid camera. See ya. Let's review our landing rate. So 15 knots, winds were from pretty much 100, we're landing 05, so 50 degrees from the right. 1.18 Gs, 320, just like how I called it. There we go. Got us down in one piece on 05 right, just past 1,000 foot or 1,500 footers on center line in the touchdown zone. Chat, that's a win. That's a win. Forget the butter. The butter is for good weather days, and it's a bonus. Alright, after this baggage unloading cart is full, we're gonna hit up the replay. Man, ever since Sim Update 15, the Sim's just been amazingly smooth, and like Scott said, there's no stutters on short final anymore. Love it. Alright, one more bag. Beautiful. Let's go GSX reset position and let's close all this up. Let's go panel state, ready, activate. All right. Who's ready for the replay? I know I am. We'll go flaps full for the replay, ground spoilers armed. Okay, thank you. Alright guys. Let's watch this replay. Let's see how it looks from this side. With the beautiful sunset in the background. Which leads me to say screenshot. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream as much as I did. Whoops, the cargo door, I forgot. Ignore that. So this was the second attempt . Nice and firm in gusty conditions. We shall take that. Let's watch it from the side. I can hear the wind in my ear right now. Have a good night. Tired, had to leave home at 3 a.m. this morning. Wow. Get some rest, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, Scott. See ya. Floated it out a little bit, but let it settle. Rudder correction for the crosswind. Maintain center line. Nose down gently. Oh yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. We will take that. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the replay. I appreciate you all and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. I'll most likely be back Thursday evening for Toronto Thursdays. See ya! Until next time, take care guys. Enjoy the rest of the replay.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Fenix.
Firebird, a Thursday.